Hello, and welcome once again to the International. An experience from above.
Intenté llamar porque estoy muy solo, la verdad. Quiero que me enseñes cómo amar.
It's a pleasure to have you all once again here with us. It's a very special week number 3 of this enormous tournament, pitting the best of the Goon selection of players.
No puedo respirar, mi corazón no late si no estás. Hagamos el amor, que el día ya comienza a amanecer. No tenemos nada que perder.
As you know, I am the manager for the Monkeys for Nothing and the Chimps for Free. Tonight, it's a battle between them, my beautiful, beautiful apes, against the average Whopper enjoyers. Who knows if they're actually sponsored by Burger King or not? They seem to enjoy it, really. Um, I'm really pleased to be the host for tonight. And with me is one of the best analysts that Dota could ever produce, Shar. Shar, welcome to
Good evening.
tonight's cast. It's really pleasure that you accepted to join me tonight.
No worries, my pleasure.
Very good. As I've been
I'm
telling,
Shar, also Helief on Twitch, of course.
oh yeah, for sure. And
For those unfamiliar with the Goon Discord, I suppose.
yeah, I know that you go by many names, but because of the Dota community identifies you as Shar, I chose
Yeah, it's
to.
normally Shar here. Normally Shar around here.
There you go. There you go. All right.
It's very confusing, I know.
We should be ready in any minute now. I can see the lobby already full. I'll just go there and show you that they're about to begin. In fact, yeah, they're about to flip the coin. Perfect. So as you can see, we don't have Sasatwa on the monkey side. We're playing with a substitute player.
Oh.
Dr. Krieger has accepted to join us. The full Whopper enjoyers draft is with us. So you have Evan, George, JDubbleC, Slats, and Bonjomon. All of them are here. They didn't have to go with any subs.
Always good.
Yeah. Welcome, chat. Thank you for joining. We should be ready in a minute or two. Okay.
I do like the how to flip coin.
Oh yeah,
a lot of confusion.
yeah, that's true. Okay.
You'll have to see it.
They're trying to promote their own stuff. This is not what we agreed, guys. Sorry, but my sponsors, my sponsors are going to get angry. As you know, Cunnington Drinks, Marolio, and Mostaza are our faithful sponsors. They are the one making this possible. Sorry, but I can't admit this blatant free advertising that you're doing here. This is completely, absolutely nonsensical. Sorry, but this is going to be this. I'm angry now. Sorry for that, Shar. I can't
No
allow
worries.
this kind of things happening here. Okay. Once again, I haven't heard. Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't heard about. Any strategies from the guys. So I don't get into the stuff that they do with Dota and everything. It's not my business. I just get the money. I get everything going.
Can you not tell me anything about the team then, though? Because I've watched a few games from the average Whopper enjoys, but I've not seen anything from Monkeys for Nothing so far.
Yeah.
Only you can tell us about their performances so far?
I had the good fortune of following them because I'm their manager. I must say that they are becoming famous for having a strong first game and then choosing to meme a little bit for the second game. I believe that there's been some adjustments in that sense, so I expect this to be a tremendous victory, a 2-0 in our favor this time, instead of just dragging our feet during the second game, letting the other team do whatever they want. I
One can hope.
really expect that changes.
Improvement is good.
Okay, we're going in with the draft.
Average Whopper enjoyers may not make it too easy for them. I'm watching some of their games. Their first series was quite poor for them. They did show some fairly impressive coordination in the second series, which did make it a bit of a stomp in their favor.
Oh yeah,
that was the Goon. I suppose we'll have to see how it goes.
That was the Goon Special Forces series, right?
Yeah, it was. No, hang on. Was that? It was. I think it's Mark Wahlberg, I believe, 4 days ago, with Average Whopper enjoyers versus Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah,
was what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's possibly it. Yeah,
10 seconds remaining.
It's not exactly what we expected from the Whopper enjoyers, because them being a team coming from the bowels of the DAF community, we expected a whole lot of gibbonry, and
one can see it.
They're not that bad. They seem to be able to control themselves.
They're half decent. I would say
bottom.
I would say like a lot of their coordination is genuinely not bad. I'd say that that's what I came away from it. I think
that's possibly because
notably as well. Yeah. Monkeys for Nothing banning out the Slada. Average Whopper enjoyers found a lot of success from the Fishman in their last series.
That's true.
As they've clearly done their homework.
It's been very strong.
Lycan.
I believe it was Evan who plays the Fishman.
Yeah, I think so. Well, there's the Lycan. We know that being played this hero already. Yeah, it's very interesting that they're going with drafting Lycan first. I think this is a change from what we've been seeing from them. A positive change in my opinion.
Dire team pick.
First pick for the Whopper enjoyers is a Witch Doctor, a Goon classic. Getting the Doctor from KBJ, securing that pick in every single game he can, to everyone else, well, doing much better than him, for sure.
10 seconds remaining.
The Doctor
guessing that's JDubbleC's hero, I believe.
That's very
nice. He also put up a decent performance on that hero in the last series as well. 17-4-10.
17-4-10. Yeah, that's extremely strong. It's like they have a secondary carry that way. 17-4-10 is extremely good.
Yeah, a good performance. They also banned out the Tinker
Yeah, I'm
in the
surprised
banning
that they banned
phase
the
on
Tinker.
Monkeys for Nothing side.
But I know
Average Whopper enjoyers,
Radiant team
they also play Tinker in the last series as well.
That's
and
true.
The one with it.
That's true. And this is a surprise
Ooh.
pick. The Treant in a Goon game is a rare sight.
Not surprised with this team though. Slats been playing it quite a lot.
Wow.
If you took a little peek at that Dota buff.
Is it possible that the Monkeys
10
are facing
seconds
some strong
remaining.
competition with very
Radiant
practiced
team
heroes?
ban.
Yeah, they've definitely played it. They've certainly been practicing these areas, to say the
Dire
least.
And
team
this is
ban.
very interesting. Alfredo going with his strong suit Spectre as the second pick.
Spectre.
We have a strong lineup from the Monkeys showing their cards very early in the process.
Yeah.
Now we have a Viper
A
ban.
3 and I assume it's a 3 but 3 and the 1 in the first phase. That's confident.
Yeah, that's very confident.
10
no doubt.
seconds remaining.
It's expected from Monkeys that they're trying to
5
choke
seconds remaining.
the Whopper enjoyers with their bans from now on, making sure that the encounter and the hard counter for either Lycan or Spectre are chosen in the ban.
Yep. Getting rid of the Viper.
Yeah.
With that
Radiant team
pesky
ban.
break.
OD is
Dire
banned
gone.
team
now.
ban.
PA. That is a very good ban.
PAA. Oh yeah, they're just getting rid of the breaks. Right. Phantom Assassin also has a break these days, doesn't she?
10 seconds remaining.
Or I suppose doesn't he in theory, given the new persona.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, just getting rid of those late game heroes, or not even necessarily late game, but the heroes which just pose particular obstacles to the Spectre. Probably a good choice.
Radiant team ban.
Jakira gone.
I'm surprised that Shakira is gone, but not so much. It's
Yeah.
Nutkin's strongest hero.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Whopper enjoys just getting rid of support, since they know Monkeys for Nothing needs to. Well, they have just mids and supports left, so
That's
10
right.
seconds remaining.
pretty much just focus their bans on mid and support heroes now.
I would expect Nutkin to go
5
with a
seconds
Snapfire
remaining.
instead.
Yeah, I could see that. I do enjoy the old Snapfire.
Yeah.
Very fun hero.
Yeah, and she's able to establish these zones, protecting
Dire team
areas.
ban.
Oh, Huskar's banned now. It's been pretty
Huskar
strong,
gone.
depending on the patch. I think it's
Dire
been
team
favored
pick.
lately. Silencer banned now. It's
Yeah,
logical that they're trying to
Huskar's
ban
in
a
a decent
4
place.
or mid.
Yeah, just getting rid of those options.
Chat, let me know if you have any sound issues, if there's any echo, or if there's anything that should be corrected. I'll be reading. Thank you.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
I
remaining.
wonder what we're going to see from the 3 roll on average Whopper enjoyers, because I'm guessing they'll be picking that soon. Either this pick or the next one, I imagine.
Yep, that's very likely.
Just looking for cores now.
Radiant team pick.
Okay, Bristleback.
That's an interesting one.
Interesting.
Radiant team pick.
Immediately after Shadow Shaman.
Shadow Shaman, a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Bristleback's not been doing the best right now, as far as I can tell, but I do still like the hero quite a lot.
Yeah, and among the goons, the management, so handling Bristle is always an issue. They don't know to expose the right side of Bristle in a team fight.
This is true.
Ooh, bench, always a risk. Very dependent on how she can apply those swaps. But I see Krieger taking this one.
Probably. Looking for a mid and a pos 1 from average Whopper enjoyers now.
They're leaving the mid pick for last.
5 seconds remaining.
Probably.
Yeah, unless they
need something.
They surprise us.
They need something that can match up against the Spectre late game.
Or Avenge mid. That would be surprising.
It's unlikely.
Yeah, very unlikely.
They need something that can match up well against the Spectre in the late game. Bristleback. Wouldn't hate Bristleback for it in prior patches, but I mean, Bristleback's late game team fight has been heavily nerfed of late.
Is it because of the talents or?
They nerfed his they nerfed his damage talent, and just in general how much damage he gets from his stacks in the late game. So Bristleback hits a lot weaker now in the late game. He's definitely suffered from those changes.
Gotcha.
10 seconds remaining.
I still like him, and you can still close out a game before reaching there, but
5 seconds remaining.
yeah.
How do you see the Luna
Suffered a
scaling
little bit.
against Spectres?
It's not. I'm not my best with the old POS 1 matchups. Obviously, they both farm very well. I'm not sure how they do in this patch. I might check, actually. See how they do.
In any case,
Oh
they
my.
have a great opportunity to counter.
Well, Dota buff would suggest that Spectre is a very unfavorable matchup for Luna.
That's true.
The second most unfavorable, in fact.
Wow.
Wonder if they're aware of that.
Well, I don't think so.
I wonder.
Chat seems to agree.
Yeah.
Dire
Yeah, not the
team
best
ban.
matchup. I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to speak ahead of myself before checking. POS 1 matchups aren't my strongest suit. You know, I'm more.
That's okay.
I'm more familiar with POS 3 versus POS 1 matchups
Radiant
personally.
team
Don't worry, nothing is my strong suit in Dota. I practically know nothing about the game. I see now Zeus getting rid of any possibility of global game for the Whopper enjoyers. In turn, they just banned Necro, which would have been a really good
10
mid hero
seconds
for
remaining.
March. They've been doing their homework, the Whopper enjoyers.
5
I can see
seconds
them
remaining. Dire team
getting
ban.
rid of those heroes that are comfort picks for our team.
Yeah,
Storm Spirit is gone.
both teams seem to have done their research into what the other team favors pick-wise, which is always good to see.
Agreed.
Speaking of POS 3 and POS 1
Radiant
matchups,
team pick.
I do like Bristleback versus Spectre, I think. Mainly in the early game. I think Bristleback can often get quite a lot of bully down on these sorts of POS 1, these sorts of melee POS 1s, which just want to have a quiet farming phase.
Yeah.
So if properly applied, they
10
may be able to
seconds
they may
remaining.
be able to provide some quite good pressure on the Spectre in the early game.
True.
Presumably
5
with the
seconds
treatment protector in the lane as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see some decent stuff there. That's a
Dire
good rundown.
team pick.
Now that he had
Death
to
Prophet.
concede not being able to pick Lash, Death Prophet goes for match.
Yeah,
It would be
very
heavily
strong
dependent
these
on.
days.
Yeah, it would be heavily dependent on what the Whopper enjoyers pick now. This could be a tough matchup in mid
10
for
seconds
match.
remaining.
Very
5
possible.
seconds remaining.
I believe the mid player for average drop enjoyers is Bonjomon, right?
I think so.
Lena. Choose your hero.
Lena.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
That's not exactly a great danger.
Not the most. How does Lena match up against Death Prophet?
I mean,
I think it's good.
Yeah, as a range hero, she manages to stay out of danger.
Yeah, I think that's good for the Lena, generally speaking. Good burst. Good stuns and things.
The moment that she has Laguna Blade.
Yeah. Though, of course, just in general, Lena is not the strongest hero right now, and Death Prophet is a very strong one.
That is true.
So you certainly need to have a matchups going in favor for you when you're picking that hero.
And of course, it's going to be extremely dependent on the farm that either of them get, and if there's any early kill. This mid lane is going to be interesting. I don't know how strong is Bonjomon trying to add his last hitting.
Bonjomon, I believe, is a decent player.
Okay.
So it could be fairly even. Though of course it's hard to see until the matchup happens. I think the standout pick for me here is the Lycan.
Yeah, well, the Lycan
because
works.
I wonder if they have a plan for it.
The Lycan works extremely well in Bean's hands. We had a great game with Lycan. He actually was the strongest hero last week in our first game.
Picking what they've had success with then, and just locking that in. Fair enough.
Very good, and we have a game.
Prepare for battle.
Maybe an early smoke here, or just doing some some wild prep.
And they just conga lining down.
Oh yeah, they're
conga lining
conga
down.
lining. There you go.
Having a little party?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm really impressed.
Of course. Gotta open in a proper meme fashion.
Are they gonna do anything at all except for conga lining? Well, it seems so. They're splitting now, 3 and 2. Let's see where the monkeys are. Possibly the
30
same
seconds to
arrangement.
Oh, they have 4 top
Mm-hmm.
on the top side. We may see a clash. Going down the gauntlet.
Okay, some chasing with the wolves.
Now, wait, where is... Are they just looking to go and get a block off on Lycan?
Possibly so.
I guess they're just not
The
contesting.
battle begins.
No, they're not contesting. They're grabbing their runes right there. Very likely 2 and 2. There's 1 left. And there
Oh,
you
God.
have it.
Hang on, I unbound one of my fucking mouse buttons because I don't use it normally.
That's alright.
I've unbound camera zoom in, which is not ideal for spectating.
Yeah, possibly not. I've been getting used to spectating very carefully, very slowly, not moving the camera in a jittery way, not trying to
Yeah, that's
confuse
fair.
the people. Takes practice.
It's a skill.
For you.
Yeah, that's why the good people doing it have years and years of experience with it.
You gotta show some love to the cameraman. That's EI.
Mm-hmm.
People only notice when they get shit wrong.
That's right.
Gotta cut them
Okay.
some slack.
Match seems to have the best of mid lane so far. Of course, it's very early to tell. All of a sudden, the creeps go Bonjomon's way, and they're practically tied. Top lane, we have the Luna Witch Doctor matchup against, obviously, Bean and the Lycan. Alfredo
Yeah,
trying,
a fairly cool start.
Alfredo trying his best, but falling behind a lot. The Bristol Black seems to have the slight advantage in early game.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I would say if they properly if they properly apply the pressure, I think they can probably do a quite good job at bullying out this Spectre, but that will remain to be seen if they can pull it off.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Some harassment on Krieger from Slats there. Chunking away at them like a train is wont to do.
Mm-hmm. Match is going slightly
I think that will
ahead.
probably be the action lane.
Yeah.
Oh, going for a kill here maybe.
Oh yeah.
It looks like they're gonna get it.
Ooh.
First blood for Slats.
Dire's courier has been
Yeah,
killed.
they have a very potentially very aggressive lane down
No,
here.
all they got in exchange was the courier.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I would have liked to see Evan shipping out some mana regen and just going hard on skilling up Q and W and just running them down. But they're not going to do that. Of course, the courier is dead, so they struggle chipping out that mana regen in the first place.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be more difficult for him to get what he needs now. But not only for a bit.
Oh, you want some of this? Eh?
ooh, some nice denies in the range peeps.
Whoa, look at it go.
Mid lane looking fairly even. Both sides have their bottles. Death Hobbit has a slight lead on the last hits, but it's only very slight.
Just very slight, the match is pretty even so far, even with the kill in favor
Yeah.
of the Whopper enjoyers that first slot. In fact,
The top
Wall
lane, though,
slightly ahead
is-
for Mancaf. Yeah.
The top lane is very heavily leaning towards the Lycan so far, though.
Mm-hmm. And they're
Doing-
making strides already. They're pushing heavy against Dire's tower.
Yeah.
They're practically cornering them.
Absolutely not.
Doing a
Well-
good job of some good denying, some good preventing of the Luna from last hitting and securing some good last hits themselves. Lycan is fairly decent with that, with those wolves to help getting some extra damage in.
Yeah,
Quite
Bonjomon about
impactful.
to hit level 5. Very soon it's gonna have his Laguna Blade ready. Death Prophet is already way into
Ooh.
level
Double
5.
C going on the Lycan. Maledict down. Just gonna give him some rest.
We see some very strong action for the from the big doctor. This is what you've been commanding before.
Yeah, just some good harassing there.
Even if they're getting against tower, that acts as a protection for them, and they managed to keep the last hitting more or less, not at much of a disadvantage. They actually Luna has 5 denies. It's not bad.
They're pretty happy having the creeps by their tower because that makes it a lot safer for the Luna to be farming.
Some quick action from Match against Bonjomon.
Yeah, still a very even matchup.
Yeah.
Death Prophet is slightly eating those denies and last hits, but only very slight.
Trying to see if the stacking is going on. Nothing in jungle so far. Nothing ready at all.
No, after the first blood, it's been fairly quiet in terms of kills.
Very quiet. No movement. We are already 5 minutes and a half into the match.
Yeah, securing kills has become a little bit more difficult in the recent patch. Just that little bit with that flag bearer creep regen has helped keep people just this little bit healthier in the lanes.
That's right. Luna's getting a bit low there. If she's daring to leave the comfort of her tower, she risks.
Yeah, she should probably be tangoing up.
Getting overrun by the wolves.
There is certainly a risk there.
The wolves are chasing JDubbleC right now. Krieger is dead. But right now, Bean is overstaying his welcome, getting some shots from both Luna and Witch Doctor. Has to retreat.
Yeah, some good harass, although the Lycan has the Helm of Iron Will and the Tango on the planted tree, so he'll regen up in decent time. Yeah, harassment down bot is going well.
Yep. Very good rewarding action from the Whopper enjoyers, making sure that the visibility from Radiant side is curtailed.
I'd really like to see some mana coming out for Evan. They will really struggle with keeping up the harassment if they don't get some more mana soon.
This Lena's already with a 4-1-1, which is pretty classic.
Standard build.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't expect this matchup to go as even as it is. She got their last wave. Now she is making some noise.
Yeah, Luna's caught up.
Some shots against Radiant's tower. Bonjomon got the regen rune.
Always good for a mid. Yeah, Evan really needs to get some mana out down bot lane.
Yeah.
They will really struggle with keeping up the pressure and the Spectre otherwise.
Yeah.
They'll just be able to keep on farming.
We can see Bean.
It's not really what you want from your lane.
Oh, there goes Evan with the snot.
He's trying to do something, but he just doesn't have the mana to make anything happen. Which is an easy mistake to make if you're not the most experienced on Bristleback.
Agreed.
He's very mana intensive.
Alfredo's following behind a bit. Luna's actually getting the lane, but Bean just went for it, and they got matched to support this beautiful gang. 2 down for the Whopper enjoyers.
They're probably going to try and pressure the tower with this exorcism.
Yeah, for some reason Much
Radiant's
chose
middle tower
to
is under
get
attack.
rid of the creeps instead, and the rest of the team is doing nothing at all.
They had to go and deal with the
No.
creeps. There was nothing to block block the tower.
Yeah, the
That's
little
fine.
ghost that's growing ahead, nothing's happening around, so this is a free tower for them after the kills. The glyph goes up,
It's hard to
stopping them a
contest
little
this.
bit. Slats trying to stop them, but the tower comes down anyway.
Has fallen.
Yeah, very hard contest. Oh yeah,
leaves
they
the
changed
lane.
They nerfed Soul Ring quite heavily, didn't they? They drastically increased the cost of the recipe. I suppose that's another reason why Bristleback is suffering this patch. It's a lot harder for Bristleback to reach that Soul Ring and actually get their mana sustain off.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Evan go for that Soul Ring now instead of finishing the Vanguard. Just because they will really struggle otherwise. Like, they have no stick, they have no Soul Ring, they're going to really struggle.
So you think that the sustain is more important right now than him getting more damage?
Absolutely. I mean, okay, Slats has mana boots now, which helps, but
There's the Vanguard.
I mean, you need the Soul Ring. Yeah, there's the Vanguard. You need the Soul Ring, though. You really do. Like, it's all well and good having health, but if you don't have the mana to make use of that health effectively and run that people down, then what's even the point of having the health, you know?
Yeah, the monkeys are trying to establish their control on Dire's jungle, trying to make strides on the tier 2
Bonjomon,
tower.
4 down, trying to kill Spectre.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
think Alfredo's having a very hard time right now. He's getting ganked.
Oh, Spectre wanted out.
Ooh, that's a nice one. I don't think he's gonna
trying to
make
run.
it,
Bottom
and he's
tower
gone.
is under attack.
In the
Nah, he's
meantime, I believe this is
Ooh,
a
next top.
spectacular trade. Getting
Next
that
top.
tier
It's not even
2
trade.
Dire's top
Yeah.
tower is
Yeah.
under attack. Dire's structures are
at the price
fortified.
of a dead Alfredo.
Oh, they
Radiant
should really
structures are
be...
fortified.
Okay, they fortified their...
Dire's middle tower
They
is under
fortified their
attack.
creeps. Kept that siege creep alive a bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to see them fortify earlier and keep that siege creep alive, but...
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower is under
I
attack.
believe that tower
They
is
want-
going to be dangerously down.
It will, but don't forget they have a treant protector,
Dire's
so they
middle tower is
can
under
just
attack.
slowly heal up that tower.
Dire's
The
middle
living
tower
armor is
has
going
fallen.
to do a lot to support that ailing
Dire's
tower
middle
now.
tower is under attack.
As long as he remembers to toggle it.
Well, he's being ran down by wolves right now.
Yeah.
Little action up top. Nothing coming from it.
Nope.
They don't have the best stuns for Lycan. I will say. They mostly just have a lot of slows. They have the
Dire's bottom
They have the
tower
bongos
is
and they
under
have
attack.
the Lina light strike array,
None
but
to
they're not the
burn.
best stuns for a Lycan. And slows do nothing against him when he's in his ult, so he's fairly free to just run away from them.
Absolutely free.
Especially when Overgrowth is off cooldown.
There's the mask.
Sorry, on cooldown. Mask down.
That tower is getting down any minute
Yeah, they're
now.
really trying to finish it off. They would really like to throw the exorcism at it.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Of course, making space for their Spectre as well.
Alfredo, in the meantime, trying to get some very needed farm. He's third in net worth right now.
Look at it go.
Okay, I believe Matt is going down,
Yeah, he's dead.
and Nutkin is following.
They're just running them down. They weren't able to.
2 for row.
They weren't able to find the chance to
Krieger
get that tower.
trying to TP out. He gets stunned. He gets shellacked.
Allard, you
Yeah,
are
he's dead.
flat saddle.
He's dead.
The
In the
evil's
meantime,
ready
though,
for much.
Spectre has hit the top of the Elastics graph.
Radiant's bottom tower is
finally.
under attack.
And he's catching up to Luna, which is a surprising first place for net worth right now. That means that actually Bristle is falling behind. Not optimal
Yeah, he's-
for the Whopper enjoyers.
Yeah, it's the Luna who's behind.
The Luna is way behind.
Luna is 6th in net worth, which
Radiant's
is not what you
top
want to be
tower
as a
is
Luna.
under attack.
And there's a clear
He's been-
divide between the cores and the supports.
Yeah, he's not been farming as consistently as the Spectre has been after the lane. So a bit of a divide has been apart between those two.
Luna trying to cut some waves. Chooses to go to the jungle instead. Evan and Slats protecting the area.
All 5 monkeys up top.
Practically all of Dire is there. In the meantime, the monkeys are obsessed with this tier 2.
Oh yeah, they want to take that tower and then
Evan is
properly
just
steal the enemy jungle
guarding the
themselves.
area. He's not gonna let them through. He knows that they're there. The wolves go in. The creeps repel them.
It is 4v5 at top, as Luna is trying to find space to get some farm
They
down.
see Evan. Evan is trying his best, but it's not showing his prettiest
What's
face.
going in? Wolf finished
Oh,
the
the
tier 2.
tower goes down finally, and we have a team fight right here. The Bristleback is in the middle of everything, gets stunned, gets dead. JDubbleC follows, and I don't think
Dire's courier.
that Luna is going to be able to do anything. That's a
Dire's
three
bottom tower
three
is
for
under attack.
1 for the monkeys. A beautiful, beautiful team fight
Yeah.
and a tower.
Some good
And there's
fighting there
Slats.
from Merge. Yeah. 4 for 2, and the tier 2 stolen from Dire. Not a good trade for them.
Absolutely not. Now they can establish that area of control that they've been looking to do to start the high ground push in any second. Of course,
Exactly.
our friend Roche still there chilling at minute 15.
They have a good
Radiant's
lineup for
bottom
taking early
tower is
rushes.
under attack.
They have that
So-
Venge. They have, I believe Exorcism is still decent for Roche.
It's pretty decent.
I forget if they nerfed that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Spectre, Lycanmorphs are tanking. They're in a pretty good space. They could certainly take advantage of this.
Radiant's bottom
An early
tower
Russian.
has fallen.
I mean, they have complete control over the top half of the map.
Yeah, Bean is falling a
That's
little
exactly
bit
what
behind
you
with
want.
the farm, but he has the utility he needs. He already has his Slats.
For sure. And a 2k lead for net worth for the Radiant.
Very, very little. Modicum of a lead for them at this stage of the match.
Yeah, it's not the most dramatic, but it may start spiraling if they're not careful.
The bottom tower gets signaled, possibly the next stage.
Yeah, they want to
of-
keep up the pressure.
That Manta is completed on Alfredo.
Getting their ults back online to keep up the push down bot.
Bean making
Snakes are back.
sure that he can go in for the kill. Nothing so far that Lena.
Oh, was he trying to take that kill alone on the Lena? He's not going to get that. Lena has the Shadow Blade.
And there
Dire's
goes the push against bottom
is under
tower.
attack.
Slats
Radiant's
tries
top tower is under
to
attack.
Oh, I've
stop
lagged
them.
out.
Doesn't do anything at all. We have a pause, unfortunately.
Big lag
Seems-
spike, I think that was from.
Yeah.
It happened to mine as well. I think the servers are having a quibble.
Okay.
Yeah, big lag. There you
There
go.
you go. You're already reconnected. Server seems a bit janky, huh? Not the first time we've heard this lately.
I'll just add a chat message and just say, yeah, we're seeing it as well.
Yeah, and it hasn't been the first match of this GOONTI that's been stopped by server issues, even massive disconnects. Just very weird, and with a month to go to the international, I hope that this doesn't happen in LAN as well.
It shouldn't.
It
They
should.
use... I think they use, like, local cells or something for TI, right? I
Yeah.
think.
I think so.
Yeah. This sort of stuff can sometimes happen around the Battle Pass season. It's generally the most busy time of the year for the servers, so
Yeah,
these sort of things happen.
the anticipation for TI, the battle pass, even if it's been lackluster, it surely
I mean-
attracts players that don't play in other times of the year.
And of course, game's still in beta, you know. These things
Oh,
happen.
the game is definitely in beta. It's an
Nutkin in
always
trouble?
evolving game.
Game unpaused?
Yeah, Nutkin is gone. Unless a miracle
Yeah, he's dead.
happens. A miracle has not happened.
No. It seems after the lag, they just decided to pull out. Only lost one for it, though. I don't know what made them change their mind, but...
Yeah, they're not going for the push. They chose to go with the smoke and try to get a match.
Ooh.
They certainly don't get him with that.
That's why it's very fast, especially with that haste rune as
now he
well.
has a haste rune.
Very speedy hero.
Yeah, very timely haste rune for Mudge trying to avoid that gank.
Literally, Madge is closing in on a Black King bar. 500 gold away.
If that's the first BKB at
Dire's
minute
middle
19,
tower
this is really
is under
good.
attack.
That is a very fast BKB. It looks
Yeah.
like they are just trying to keep up the pressure, just keep team fighting. Not going for like boots of travel or anything on Death Prophet. Which I have often seen to quite strong effect, just doubling down on that fast speed. I wonder if they'll go back for that.
In the meantime, they just captured the outpost here, establishing their control of the northern jungle.
Yeah, they're just season map.
Alfredo farming at his pleasure, trying to catch up with both Mage and Bonjomon. Bonjomon already has his Shadow Blade.
Scanning.
Yeah, definitely going for a more right-click centric Lina. Going for that Silver Edge, yeah, to obviously break that Spectre. A decent choice, I'd imagine.
Is this possibly the
Radiant's
scouting
bottom
prior
tower is under
to
attack.
a Roche?
It's possible. They may want to take that other tier 2 first, or they may just not be thinking about it yet. Hard to say with the Goons.
Yeah, it's hard to say, that's right. If they go for this tier 2, they definitely need to go Roche after that. As long as they can get a kill to solidify their
They're drawing a
position,
line.
and they get uncontested.
Oh, they're doing some drawings about their plans. So they drew a line up top, down mid, and... Oh no, that was someone on the Dire just sort of signaled,
saying
they're in the
just
jungle.
Stay there, don't go in. The Silver Edge is completed.
Ooh, that's good for their team fight.
Yeah, that Lina's gonna hit like a truck now.
It will also help a lot with just bursting down that Spectre, getting rid of their defenses. Which is getting tricky. They have Manta Cell now.
And the BKB
going
is
for that
completed, finally.
Ooh.
Now it's time to fight. I don't know if they're gonna manage to do what they expect.
Oh, they have Evan.
Oh, Evan really overstepped there.
Yeah, that wasn't the best
Silence.
positioning.
I don't think they have a stun to stop him. He manages to
They
absorb
gave
the
her-
damage, but they have enough to bring him dangerously low. JDubbleC dies, and Evan as well. That's a 2-for-0 for the monkeys. The snakes go
Mental
down, the
record.
ghost as well, the tier 2
Dire's
comes
middle
down,
tower
and it's
has
a
fallen.
moment for high ground push.
Yeah, they have definitely seized the
Dire's middle
momentum
tower is under attack.
on Monkeys for nothing.
Dire's structures are fortified.
The glyph comes here.
Fortify Forced.
Living
Exorcism will
armor.
end.
Yeah,
But they might get the tower first. Yeah, it looks like they will.
this is an
Dire's middle
excellent
barracks are under
push
attack.
for the monkeys.
They feel they can
They
keep
are
going.
possibly getting both these racks at minute 22 almost.
Just taking advantage of that. Oh no, keep attacking the... There you go.
Yeah,
Dire's middle
the
barracks.
golem doing work. Much goes down
Ooh, he took
though.
out Madge.
And they're
Luna
going
ganked
to
them from
get
behind.
Bean unless he pulls a trick out of his hat. The
Dire's
swap
top
comes
tower
from
is
Krieger,
under attack.
protecting Match. Sorry, protecting Bean.
Krieger's probably going to get the rundown. Oh,
Yeah.
we can kill Stidgy now.
Maledict. JDubbleC goes down again for 34, has
Wow.
buyback.
Bonjomon used the Silver Edge on the wrong Luna, on the wrong Spectre.
Oh, that was a serious mistake. Now they're paying the consequences. 7 is dangerously low again.
Yeah, that was a very,
They're chasing him.
very rough attempt to chase on.
Dire's
In fact, he
middle
has
barracks is under
buyback.
attack.
Backdoor protection comes in. They can't do much.
Yeah, they're not going to lose that range barracks just yet. This has not been good for average Whopper enjoyers, though.
No.
The kill feed is even, but Spectre has a distinct network advantage. 7k advantage towards the Radiant.
Yeah, in keeping with the tradition for the monkeys, they are showing a solid game 1 with a low kill score, which seems to be the trend these days.
Yeah.
They're going to try again against the range rack in mid.
Dire's courier has
They
been
don't do
killed.
much.
It's certainly the trend for this sort of playstyle.
Choosing to swap their mid push
Dire's
for a bottom
tower
tier 2
is under
tower.
attack.
Are they going to snakes this? Probably a waste to do so.
Yeah, this is
They don't
coming
need the
down
snakes.
very quickly. The snakes better used for any subsequent push.
Yeah,
Dire's
just
bottom
hanging on to
tower
them.
As
has
long as they
fallen.
have a way to come together with it. Which they seem to
This is very-
have. They have the Cardi.
This is brutal pressure.
They
Just
actually
with the...
don't engage.
Are they going for Rush now, maybe?
Yeah, exerting some prudence, I believe. They're trying to rotate enough to confuse the Whopper enjoyers.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen this style of play for a little while, but this was definitely a very heavy on the old push sort of strat. That's for sure. You had the Death Prophet, you had the Lycan, you had the Shadow Shaman. That's a tower killing team, and they made good advantage. They've taken good advantage of that.
That Aghanim
Certainly
Scepter is
capitalized.
ready on Alfredo.
Dire
Right,
Uh,
Shaman is...
I believe it's time now.
A scan went down from Dire towards the Rush pit. They know that Shaman is sitting in there.
Yeah, he's just dancing.
Oh, but they may think the whole team are in there. They may walk up the high ground blind because they thought they will.
Oh, hold on. We have a partial smoke right there. Trying to go over against Dr. Krieger. The Maledict goes down. And for sure, Krieger. It's
in
that.
the back line.
Oh, but Bean appears and gets them down. Match and Alfredo both get their kills, and it's a team wipe.
Yeah, I just don't have the damage. Spectre has the Ags.
Yeah,
Just killed them before they can kill
Dire's
Spectre.
middle
And with the
barracks
ghosts
are
That was a
already
messy
up.
engagement. So the scan made them think they were in the Roche pit because they scanned the Shadow Shaman sitting in there. So they went, oh, we'll smoke into the Roche pit and fight them there. But
Yeah.
they just walked up the hill, just into two, just on the hill.
That was a mistake. They rushed that push, that smoke push, and
We weren't expecting to see them that soon.
they paid dearly for it. The axe comes for Ivan, and Bean completes his BKB. Now it's time to
I see.
Roche at minute 25. The
And
monkey
the
certainly
Prismax still has still has nothing for mana regen. There's no soul ring. They have the mana regen talent. They don't have treads for tread swapping, which may be a bit much for this bracket, but you already struggle to play Prismax in this way. You just don't have the mana.
Sean has fallen
engagements.
to the Radiant.
Alfredo takes the Aegis.
Take heed.
Yeah, they are really going to. They were already struggling to kill the Spectre.
It's
They're only
be
going to struggle
just
more now.
impossible now. The next
Yeah, I
team
don't-
fight, it's surely going to be high ground unless the Whopper enjoyers try a very drastic, aggressive measure.
Yeah, they're gonna struggle.
Sunshine Kaya completed.
All three cores and Radiant are ahead in net worth of the Radiant course.
Yeah,
Of the Dire course.
it's
sorry.
already impossible. They have their kits. They have their items completed. There's nothing
Yeah.
that is going to be able to stop them. He has his Glimmer Cape. Krieger is going to swap and protect the team as needed. BKBs are going to come up. There's absolutely no way that the Whopper Enjoyers are going to be able to do much damage. The only thing
Yeah,
saving
they're gonna
them
struggle.
from a complete push is the Living Armor, which is doing absolutely nothing against those snakes.
No. Snake just melting them. It's helping it, the snakes. It's slowing it down, but that's all it can do is slow it down right now.
Yeah, shots exchange here, but they don't dare crossing the line. Evan tries to go, gets a Hex, gets silenced as well, gets completely stopped, gets completely done in the middle. In the meantime, JDubbleC dies.
Yes, Spectre just assassinated the Witch Doctor in the back line. They are not letting JDubbleC play the game. This has happened every team fight. They just jumped the Witch Doctor, killed them immediately every team fight for the last several in a row.
And with the Luna
Just
going for
stopping
60
them from play their
seconds
heroes.
and the Ghost already up, this is practically
They haven't even used
the match
Horns on
done.
Spectre.
They have not.
They only just used the Shadow Step.
They could just call it.
Dire's middle tower
Minute 28, and
Yeah.
this match is done. A
Quite disturbing,
spectacular show, a spectacular performance by the monkeys from the bottom.
Yeah.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
Paint by the
Very
numbers
impressive.
match.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Fortify used? I don't see them holding here. No.
Yeah. And it's done.
That's game.
Radiant victory.
Beautiful game by the monkeys, and that's 1-0 for the series. Getting a much needed point to make sure
It was
that
well
they don't
played.
fall in the lower bracket, because I know that they are, thanks to the two tied series before, they don't have it easy. They really need to win this series to make sure that they solidify their position in the upper bracket. With the low kill score, we gotta look at some other stats here. I believe
It was just the push. The push was just very overwhelming.
yeah.
They just ran them down.
You
Simple as that.
can see how obviously Evan tanked most of the damage on his team.
There were 4 heroes on Dire which didn't even get to touch a tower. 0 bowling damage on 4 heroes.
That is
Bonjomon had
just
1,500.
atrocious. Let me tell you.
They never got the ability to push a single tower. Not really what you want, especially from a Bristleback lineup. When you're playing Bristleback, you really need to make a good impact early on. You need to run over the game.
Yeah.
They did a good job at first in the bot lane, but that's kind of what it comes down to for me. Is that I think there was just some poor item choices on the Bristleback, and they just weren't able to keep up the pressure in lane, and the lack of mana did not help. So Spectre just kind of, after a bit of an early start, just got to be able to farm. Bristleback didn't get his early lead. They didn't take an early tower.
Everything he needed was farm, get his items, go to town. The moment that he got his scepter, he was ready.
Yeah, they just shut him down. It never got to that point, which is very, very unfortunate, really.
Yeah.
Luna as well barely got to have a game. They were very heavily behind on farm the whole time, like for quite a lot of that. Especially early on, Spectre was just farming while Luna was forced to skirmish.
Yeah, I have the channel ready. If you can join.
Yes, of course, that's the thing. Yeah, it was a shame. God, they were so poor on the supports on Dire. 4,000 net worth each.
Yep.
That is
Just
not
terrible.
pleasant. Not what you want. And that's with the Philosopher's Stone. Imagine how much. Imagine how they'd be even lower.
They barely could get any items for themselves. The
It
farm
looks like we're taking.
was just
It looks like
terrible.
we're taking 10. By the way, one of the players needs. I'll take that chance to run quickly as well.
Of course.
One moment.
Yep. Right, so this has been a very by the numbers match. We haven't seen anything spectacular. There's been a few cool team fights in the series, but for sure the dominating performance by Monkeys for nothing ensure that 1-0 for the team, which pleases our sponsors as usual. Mostaza, Hamburguesas en Serio. They have the best selection of burgers in town. You don't get that outside of Argentina, but just I don't know. Just ask your delivery service to do you a solid and take a plane. Get that burger down your way instead of going with whatever Burger King stuff they do. As I've been telling you, I have no news on what the team is going to do for the second match. I don't get involved with the strats. I don't get involved with the screaming. I see nothing at all. I only learn by what I see from these matches. Barry Berryman, Nutkin, is keeping his cards very close to his chest. Which means that they don't reveal what they need to do for these matches in any public sessions.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Whenever you're ready.
I'm here.
Cool. Thank you.
One last thing to say. I didn't know too many standout players on the Radiant side there. I think they all just did what they needed to do. They all just did what they needed to do, really.
Yeah. I agree. There wasn't a breakthrough. We didn't see any breakthrough performances in this match. It's going to be very difficult to choose a
very well
standout player.
Match did play the death of it quite well. I saw their performance in the fights at top for the tier 2, where it looked like they were going to get run down, but they turned it and pretty much wiped Dire, took the tower. Match fought quite well there in terms of getting the sucks down, using on low health, living through it, killing people.
Yeah.
I
did like Krieger. He actually went with a few critical swaps there. He protected the team. Hold on. I'm being told that I can't actually praise Krieger because he's not part of the team. He's only subbing, so I just withdraw my comments.
Of course.
So of course Alfredo was the standout here. He's our carry. The carry is always the best player in the team. We're going to give him the MVP because we can't find anyone else. Okay.
They had some solid farming, and they knew when to come in. Yeah. That's fairly easy on the Spectre at the very least. You just hit R, don't you?
We'll take that.
Yeah, just solid.
Sure.
Just a fairly solid performance.
Very good.
Just did what they had to do, really.
Let's see what's going on. It's been taking a while to. Maybe they're taking some needed pause.
I think more than anything else, I think that was.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Charlie always a friend of the stream.
Yeah, I met her at Cindy's wedding.
Oh,
nice chat.
That's true. That's true. You've been there.
Yeah, it was indeed.
I've heard good things. That it was really fun. That you could all
It was a good time.
mingle after so
It was
many
good
years
time.
behind the screen, just not knowing what you'll find, and all of a sudden you found nice human beings for the most part.
I met most of them before. Other than I hadn't met Nutkin before. I don't think so.
Oh.
And a few others, but yeah,
Well,
you can always find most of the goons when you visit. You know, stuff like the Birmingham Major and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There are many and normally in attendance.
Yeah, that's true. I had a similar experience going to the major, but of course
It's a good time.
Yeah, the concurrence was a bit different. Oh, Krieger feeding his cat. Oh, that reminds me, I should feed my cat.
Eh?
So if you want to take it for a couple of minutes, I'll just do that.
No worries.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I think in general, I think the main flaw here was just a bit of a draft disadvantage on dire side, I think. On top of, I think, some itemization flaws, on the Perspec in particular. I don't mean to single out the Perspec, by the way. If they're listening, I just kind of tend to focus on the actions of 3 players a bit, as a 3 player myself. So
that was quick.
Oh, hello, nice and swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The can was already open, and the kitchen is like 3 steps away from here.
No worries. Yeah, I was just saying, I think I just got a bit outdrafted in that game.
Yeah, I believe so.
They didn't have any means of. They had the Treant Protector for the aggressive push, but they just couldn't hold those towers.
Mm-hmm.
And Lena, especially, just didn't come online early enough to deal with this intensive push.
I believe the Treant being a comfort pick from them, or a pre-planned pick, wasn't expecting the tremendous push from the Spectre. And the
the Treant was fine. It was the rest of the team that couldn't really keep up.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't help that the heroes has been slow to get online. Luna always is. Respect struggled to turn the early advantage into a sustained one.
Yeah,
it happens.
True.
But yeah, I think they could look towards maybe, especially if you see the Lycan coming out, you need to be aware that, especially if they see it coming out this next game as well, they're probably going to be looking for quite a heavy push. You need to be able to defend against it. You know.
Yeah.
That is essential.
Absolutely. I think they are ready to go with the draft.
We're ready in? Indeed.
You might want to check your cables. There's a bit of a
Radiant team
sound
ban.
coming
is
from.
there?
Yeah. From your end.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't. Is that the stream, or do you have
team ban?
Do you have co-broadcasters muted in game or something?
Yeah, let me see.
I guess just check mute co-broadcasters on first.
Oh, they should be muted.
Radiant
I left
team
my audio settings. Yeah, voice chat, music and voice are down. The mute co-broadcasters is on. Everything's
weird.
Yeah, we're weird. Okay.
Am I still sounding weird?
No, that's better now.
Dire team ban.
Okay, that's strange.
Whatever you did seems to be working. Undying once again.
I think you did anything. Might some weird Validian.
Yeah.
They banned out the Lycan?
Yeah, they banned the Lycan and the Shadow Shaman.
Oh, they didn't get rid of the Fishman on Monkey side this time. So we may see a Slardar pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I would enjoy.
See the Slardar now. Well, there you
go. There's the Fishman.
Nice and
Dire
easy.
team pick.
Visage.
Okay.
Radiant
Who's playing
team
that?
pick.
And Jakiro.
Okay. Wing
Visage,
Wing
though.
strats.
Huh.
We can see.
Does anyone? Do you know if anyone on Dia plays Visage? Because I've not seen them. I've not seen them. I don't think.
I'm not gonna reveal anything.
10 seconds remaining.
That's fair.
That's going to be a surprise because if I tell
5
you now, I could tell
remaining.
you maybe that's a position 4 pick, maybe that's going mid, but I know exactly what it is,
God.
so I'm not gonna reveal what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for joining. Those who are just finding this match, this is Rocketman says that he can see Beam playing it. He knows more than I do. Wink, wink.
Certainly possible.
So this is the second match of the series between Monkeys for Nothing and the Chimps for Free versus the average Whopper enjoyers.
Radiant
With
team
a
ban.
game ahead. The Ogre, one of my favorite heroes.
Just a classic Yoda.
Yeah, it's a very strong one in this batch. If they
Right.
choose
What's
to,
what's all the slaughter?
yeah,
10 seconds
maybe
remaining.
match.
Right. Very well.
Yeah, I could be match. Like I said, that
5
Visage could
seconds
perfectly go
remaining.
mid. He does love his weird micro heroes. That's right, Rocket.
I don't think Ogre is quite the strongest right now, generally speaking. He's better in harassing, but he's certainly struggling more with sustaining fights now that he's lost his health regen. But
Dire
certainly
team
when
ban.
paired with the Slardar, it's a decent combination. You know, ramp up that attack speed, get those slats coming in, get those bashes down. It's a fairly classic support to have on the
Radiant
side.
team ban.
I wouldn't necessarily like them in the same lane as much always, especially not against like a, you know. It's alright though.
Agreed. It is alright.
It comes into its own later in the game, so I like having it as a 5 in a game with a Slardar 3.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we can see that
And
the
people
bans
are more
are
aggressive.
completely
5
topical,
seconds remaining.
related to the first
Dire
game.
team ban.
Juggernaut gets banned. That's yet another Alfredo ban.
Pretty standard. Looks like they banned the Luna on monkeys. I don't know if that was needed.
Yeah, maybe that's part of the plan of what they want to do. Luna could be a counter to
Radiant
pick
team
from now.
ban.
Viper gets banned next.
It's very possible.
Viper gets banned very often lately.
Yeah, Viper just messes with teams just because he wins lanes so consistently.
Yeah,
He really just throws people off. Spectre banned out.
Yeah, they're just trying to.
That may have guaranteed the Spectre ban when they banned Viper. No, that was definitely a choreographed. We don't want you having Viper. We're considering the Spectre again.
That's right.
10 seconds remaining.
This is possibly one of the challenges that Alfredo faces.
5 seconds remaining.
We saw that carry pick coming very early for the Monkeys. And that's
Dire
now
team
that they're
pick.
delaying it, Alfredo gets targeted.
Band.
Yeah, there's Shaker. I don't think that... They seem to have something in mind.
Yeah.
Or they wouldn't have gone with the type of bans that are not exactly contextual
10
to what
seconds
they've
remaining.
seen
Yeah, you don't-
in the first game.
You don't normally ban the Earthshaker
5
unless
seconds remaining.
you're worried about the Earthshaker for something you're going to pick. Maybe they want another hero which tends to create other units. They already have the Visage. Maybe they're looking to just make sure the
Radiant
Earthshaker
team
can't.
pick.
Yeah, now
Crystal
you're going a
Maiden.
bit robotic, Shar. Sorry that I mentioned.
Oh,
I
I
still think it's a
apologize.
cable. I still think it's a loose
I-
wire.
I'll try plugging something out.
Okay,
I don't know what it could be, but I'll try.
thank you.
1 sec.
Crystal Maiden gets picked. We know that Jakiru is going to
10
go
seconds remaining.
in Nutkin's hands, so the Maiden is going
5
with Krieger.
seconds remaining.
Unless something very
Radiant
weird happens,
team
and
pick.
that is a mid pick.
Outworld Devourer.
Yeah, okay. OG
Hello?
picked now.
Am I coming through?
Yeah.
Is that better?
I think it's better. I'm going to boost you a little bit so the sound comes in a
10
bit better.
seconds
So
remaining.
let me handle that.
I
5
apologize.
seconds
I don't know what
remaining.
the issue is here.
That's okay. Okay, I'm just raising your
Dire
volume
team
so
pick.
your voice comes in nice and clear. The Warlock gets picked.
Warlock.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we mentioned this before. The Warlock is not in a good position lately. I thought it was, but it's
10
really
seconds
not.
remaining.
Again, it could prove contextual related to what's
5
going to happen with
seconds
the rest of the
remaining.
team's strategy.
Yeah, Warlock is performing decently in the lower ranks. It's mainly in Divine and Higher when he's started falling off. He's decent in this bracket, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's possibly
Solid
what happens.
sustain.
Yeah, it's all about the sustain, the golem that does damage.
I don't.
Has a toolkit that can go with practically any team unless he gets targeted.
Yeah, I don't know how much I like it with the ogre as well. Ogre Magic Warlock isn't the most. I like having a more flashy support one of them, but I mean Warlock kind of fills that role. Warlock does have a big team fighting ultimate, so
Yeah.
oh, I'd say he fills that role well enough. Actually, he's just not very tanky.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think it's fine. With the OD as well, OD is performing fairly decently right now.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no, he gets targeted a lot with bans and everything. I don't expect seeing an OD
Oh yeah, he's
here.
doing well.
I didn't expect seeing an OD here, but for sure it's a hero that can be handled really well. The banish is going to keep.
They're really thinking about the Peck monkeys.
Yeah, they're taking a long time to decide this one. They might have stepped out of their comfort zone. Maybe that was the reason for the bans.
It's possible.
25 seconds left of the reserve time. That is quite a lot for fourth pick.
Yeah, they're really thinking about it. They're really running out of time.
Okay, co-op against
Okay.
that OG possibly. Unless that's an off-laner co-op.
So it's almost certainly down mid.
It's very likely mid.
Dire team ban.
Anti-mage. Again targeting Alfredo, which makes sense at this point. So we now have Jug, Spec, and AM out of Alfredo's hands.
I don't like the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is not in a good position right now.
I've seen her played
5
by
seconds remaining.
certain North
Radiant
American teams.
team ban.
PA goes down.
Yeah, it has some merit at like the highest brackets, like in proper pro play, but
yeah,
they're not performing very well in other brackets.
She's just not strong for players that aren't as strong. Yeah,
for players like these.
Yeah, for sure. The Goon bracket.
I think part of that.
5 seconds.
Part of that may like be in part the exchange. The exchange like does delay when she starts doing crazy amounts of damage with that ult. All the way up to like level 25.
Yeah.
Now it's much more of a situational aghanims. It's now the Shadow Strike applies multiple times.
Oh, so it triggers multiple times by tick. Okay. Not
yeah,
by tick,
it does more.
Every
So well, the way it works is it has an AOE on an application, which I think used to be a talent, but is now that. And when the Shadow Strike ends or is reapplied, a Scream of Pain is emitted. So one of the E's goes out. It's all right.
10 seconds.
Notably as well, I think she lost her Lincoln's talent as well.
Oh.
5 seconds remaining.
So she no longer has at level 25 a free Lincoln sphere.
Wow,
I think that was level 25.
That's brutal.
That is a massive change.
So that talent came in the last patches. Okay.
That's gone.
That's
she had that
gone. So
talent
it was there and
it's
now.
Gone.
Oh, woof. So
yeah, it's gone.
I'm for sure you're not gonna buy Lincolns for co-op. You're not.
You used to have to sometimes.
Okay.
But for a while you had no need, generally speaking, because you had a free Lincoln Sphere from a talent.
Yeah.
Dire team.
But you're
It was like,
not gonna replace that
ooh,
lost.
Lifestealer.
Yeah, that's a strong
Yeah,
one.
that was a really
Oh, and that was a
painful
quick
loss for
pick
them.
with a
Now
Phantom
select your
Lancer.
heroes.
There you go. That's why they banned out the Earthshaker. He wants to
Huh.
pick PL. Okay.
Well, now we're talking.
I wonder.
Well, the Life Stealer is gonna wreak some damage for sure. He's gonna trash a few of the Dire's heroes.
Yeah, I don't know how this matchup goes, honestly. They don't have the best AB damage for PL, but they can always just stick down the chains, throw a rock on them. They have the Ogre AoE, Fire Blast. They've got just the ODL just to blast them. They don't have good AoE for chipping down the PL, but they have good means of killing the PL in terms of just nuking them for a bit. So it's kind of goes both ways. If they miss one of those big spells, like if PL just jukes it with the W, that may not be the best for them, because then they'll kind of struggle after that. I don't hate Slaughter against PL to an extent with the Shard. Yeah, not the best sort of hero you want to be fighting as a lifestealer, that's my understanding. You won't have your mana stolen because of the rage, but you don't have the best single target damage.
Yeah. In the meantime,
Fatal Bonds.
Yeah, the Fatal
Go on.
Bonds. That's
Fatal Bonds is good. It is very hard to purge.
In the meantime, the Dire's toolkit is going to be very basic with
Prepare
the Chakira
for
going
battle.
in, then the Crystal Maiden nuking with the ult, and the Familiars trying to get the most out of the damage in teamfights and the push. But for sure, the moment that the Phantom Lancer is ready, he's going to be able to just go on his own, and the targeting is going to be extremely complicated.
Dire Conga lining down the mid lane,
Once again,
as is their play, it seems.
Seems to be tradition now.
Yep. They may have some. They don't have the. Oh, it looks like this is post 3 Visage. Sorry.
It is a post 3 Visage.
I didn't realize
That's
that.
the kind of
Interesting.
stuff that I was expecting
Well,
from
they've
Beam.
called the PL.
Whoa! That was very fast and
That was
very
big.
unexpected.
Oh, but they're body blocking. They're body blocking Lifestealer.
Oh yeah.
I think
Can
Evan.
they get him? They
Evan,
get him. And they
Evan
are
got
actually
Lifestealer killed, unfortunately.
Now they have Slats and JDubbleC.
Yeah, they are gonna get another kill for it.
That's a 2-for-1.
But there was just some body blocking on the Slaughter.
Beautiful.
Very unfortunate. Just accidentally body block the Slaughter. It happens. But it's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, they did get a. Oh, is he gonna just die? He's not getting to lane. Oh. I kind of think he should just. Oh, he is Radiant. Sorry, him being so deep in the jungle made me think he was
Okay.
Dire from him. That's a lot of damage taken. He's not. Where's he going? He's there to lane. And miss some XP. Yeah, it's not what you want from a Slaughter. You don't generally take a Salvi with you to lane, so Slaughter taking that much damage is not fortunate. But he'll manage. Just need to make sure he ships them out.
Yeah, the problem is that he's already very low. The moment that he oversteps
exactly.
on Dire's side, he's not gonna make it unless he just
cuts
down.
He needs to be eating those tangos constantly.
Yeah, he has these two right here. He's gonna need more than that.
Gotta eat up. Yeah.
We're gonna have to keep an eye on that top lane.
I am excited to see a Slaughter though. Slaughter is one of my favorite heroes these days, so it's good to see my fishman. There's not gotten any losses yet on the Slaughter, which is very unfortunate. Really, really struggling, especially with that low health at the start of the lane. Not what you want. no last hit so far.
Yeah. I don't think that co-op is going
Oh.
to enter this lane
Has
at
Evan even
all.
hit a creep yet? Evan needs to find a chance to get some last hits. And... Oh, but the pole camp is blocked. So they can't even pull on Radiant. Slats needs to figure that out.
Well, there we have it. Evan is still not catching up.
Has his first last hit. Yeah, just not a good lane start.
At all.
I kind of think
has been
he should have just
killed.
suicided and TP to lane. Like,
The life
and he
steal
needs
score is
to
gone
eat
as
this
well.
one.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, that's nice.
This is some targeted effort by Dyer. Alfredo is
Yeah.
really killing this lane. It's brutal the difference that he managed to establish against the Fishman.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's just all from that getting caught out at the start. Shouldn't have gone for that rune, I don't think. Should have just backed off or suicided after getting the rune. Very unfortunate. 14 last hits, 5 denies on the PL. 4 last hits on the Slaughter.
Yeah, in the meantime, the life stealer is having a much better matchup.
True, yeah. Lifestealer is top on net worth so far.
Yeah, the moment that he feels comfortable, he's gonna be able to just go around and gank and kill whoever he wants.
Lifestealer got the first blood, so that's why he's top on net worth. That was a good start for their carry on Radiant.
Oh well, this is exactly what we were talking about before. The moment that Evan would just go in, he would suffer the consequences, and he did.
Yeah,
I don't think Slats is going to fare any better.
He's too poor. They had the XP advantage on Radiant on Diana because of all these denies. It's not what you want to see.
We're seeing a 1k.
This is really, really unfortunate for Evan.
Difference in gold already. Very early in the game. Thanks to these.
Really, really unfortunate. Evan just needs to secure these last hits. Just being a bit cautious.
This dire position is extremely good. They are really going ahead. They made tremendous strides. Look at this. They're practically at
They could have killed that CM, but unfortunately the bash was used on a creep.
Yep, that was some bad targeting.
It was
very unfortunate.
Evan is a decent Slaughter player, but I think if they watch the VOD, I think the one thing I could give them some advice on is, I think if they could be a bit more conscious about counting. When you play enough Slaughter, you start subconsciously counting your strikes. Just an internal rhythm of just 1, 2, 3, bash. 1, 2, 3, bash.
Like counting cards.
When you, sort of, and it's when you get that down, it helps a lot. I think just being very conscious of, especially in the lane, when you're using your bash, finding chance to charge it up, secure last hits with it, take aggression to the heroes when it's up. I think that's generally how you can improve.
Very aggressive laning by Dyer. The monkeys are establishing their dominance.
Yeah, good lead for them.
The OD co-op matchup is going much better than expected for the co-op.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well.
Krieger is already level 4.
Level 6 in the mid lane?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, Bonjomon just gave him the hammer.
There you have it.
It's a very confident Sandy's Eclipse. And I was unfortunately timed by Quap blinking in at the same time.
The minute he
She
hits
just gets
level
himself
6,
killed.
he just went to town.
Yeah. Bot didn't even try to hold the ult. That was very confident. You do like to see that. Just knew he had the damage. I think he would have gotten the kill even without the blink. Quap trying to... What's this? More lag? Outdoor. Okay.
Oh, the door. Okay.
Fair enough.
They actually made some progress in this top lane. The Whopper enjoyers. They managed to make Alfredo retreat for a bit. Just a
But
second.
Slardar's also had to go back to base. In the top lane. Oh, this is unfortunate. I want to see the fishman do well. He must shine.
Visibility.
It's kind of just a classic tale of what happens when you lose control of the first few lanes, you know?
That is not
Yep.
yours.
Back?
We're back.
Yeah, I think the tail top is kind of... It's something I tell the goons a lot. The first... Oh, they're trying to go into the PL, but he's just away. The first few lanes are very important, like, especially the first lane. If you can secure dominance over the creeps in the first lane, you have a concrete advantage. Especially against heroes like Slardar, who generally buy out, first of all, then ship in regen. If you stop them from even getting the money to buy that regen, you really make them suffer. And you can really heavily punish that. You have to be there for the first few lanes. You have to be in good health for the start of the lane. Otherwise, it really just spirals out of control like this, and you can really just see it in action. Very unfortunate for the Radiant. Yeah. Evan needs to dash.
We can see some progress here.
This was lame, but they had to have a good start on the Fishman, and they could have, I think. But yeah, it's really unfortunate. These things happen, though. These things certainly happen. It's a mistake that we all make quite a lot, you know. Just getting too antsy before the rune hits. It's very easy to get mucked up. You know, it happens.
And now we have a series of kills right
kill him,
here
Nutkin.
going on.
Oh, they're running down the
Nutkin
visage.
went down. Warlock as well. But
Oh
I think,
no, the lifestealer.
GG is just coming down. That is a very good trade-off
Dire's middle
for the
tower
monkeys.
is under attack.
With two
Yeah, bit of rotation from match.
In the meantime,
Oh, OD is here as well.
tries to make the most out of this gank and brings Bean down.
Be gone.
Yeah, just some revenge. 43 last hits on PL. Oh god. This was the trouble, right? You can really bully a PL in lane, but if you let them get a foot in the door, you're really going to struggle to contain a PL.
That's right.
You have to make the lane count against PL. I think I really would have liked to see OD come up and gank PL as well with that hammer. They really need to shut this guy down because he is trouble. Yeah, Ben makes a point.
Ooh, he's getting very low again, Evan.
Yeah, he's just dead.
Well, but man,
The meme hammer build
went
is
down
less
as
popular
well.
now.
In the mid lane.
Oh, so they did.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower is under
Bonjomon's
attack.
doing decently.
Yeah, he's doing as
3-0-1.
expected, let me tell you.
All is not lost for the Radiant. Bonjomon is doing well. Lifestealer is holding his own well enough.
Yeah,
He's behind where the
Dire's
PL
middle
is,
tower
but
is under attack.
he's holding up.
Bean is already getting his familiars up and roaming. Not much, not too far.
Yeah.
But they're going against JDubbleC right now, making him retreat.
Number one in net worth right now is the OD. Followed up by the PL. The PL though is far, far above the Slardar. The Slardar is about 1,000 gold below the visage, below the enemy +3.
The PL is getting
This is not what you
some very
want.
needed farm, trying to come on top. Evan finally trying to make some inroads in the dire side of the
Desperately
top
trying.
lane. Alfredo coming back to tell him that he's not allowed. In the bottom lane,
Yeah.
we have some familiar
Dire's middle tower
action
is under attack.
on the Life Stealer. Life Stealer goes out.
Oh, they've caught.
They caught
You caught
JDubbleC.
the
That
Warlock?
Warlock is in deep trouble if he doesn't make it. He actually leaves
Premature
unscathed.
infest.
Dr. Krieger gets banished
Warlock
by
down.
Bonjomon, and now Jagir tries to go in.
No!
Doesn't stop them. Krieger
It's
goes
him?
down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Got the CM.
And that's it.
Um,
That was a whole lot of nothing, really.
it was fine.
Alfredo
It was just whatever.
just farming in a very PL tradition.
I don't know how I feel about the Meteor Hammer. The Meteor Hammer build is probably quite good against like the Queen of Pain and stuff. It gives them more lockdown with the Queen of Pain. Probably part of why they went for this build over the Witchblade if they thought it that far. Other than maybe just comfort. Oh, Warlock's gone down.
Wow.
But they gain the Visage in return. Probably. Oh no, they didn't. Get it.
Bean actually manages to
Dire's
run
He's out.
away,
tower
very
is
low
under
in
attack.
health.
Oh, PL. Oh no, they missed the hammer.
I am ill-disposed
That's really bad.
toward you.
PL dodged. Just
Yeah.
dodged the Meteor Hammer.
That was
Let's talk about the Meteor Hammer build.
beautiful.
You're gonna unless you get it frame perfect, you're gonna
Dire's
struggle
top
to
tower
pin
is
down the
under
PL.
attack.
Yeah, I believe Bonjomon doesn't have the mechanics of what he needs to do with the Meteor Hammer.
Yeah, that was
exactly
really
practiced.
unfortunate. They fed their top hero right into the PL. That's not what you want to see.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
At least Slardar's had some time to lick his wounds.
Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Mine!
Oh, it's really unfortunate.
Absolutely, but
Oh,
I'm really
conflict
pleased
down
with
below.
the results. The Life Stealer is coming in against Nutkin. It's a very easy pick for him. Nutkin getting low. In the meantime, the whole team is split.
Oh, are they
JDubbleC
killing Bonjomon again?
and Bonjomon getting dangerously low. The familiars are
God.
going to town. Now they're going for the Life Stealer, who disengaged, couldn't get Nutkin.
Lifesteal should really probably just rage TP mid, I would say.
Yeah.
He's not getting much fun than here with these four lurking. He used to leave. He stuck around. I don't know why he stuck around.
I really don't think
Mr. Rage
this
TP?
went as they expected. The Life Stealer
TP?
was having a very strong laning.
Oh
But all of
no.
a sudden,
Dire's
ooh,
middle
that's a
tower is
nice
under
pick of
attack.
as he goes down.
Radiant's bottom
They just
tower
stuck
is under
around.
attack.
That tier 1 is falling, for sure.
Really unfortunate.
Again,
Radiant's
a
bottom tower
very
has fallen.
ordered game, very tidy game by the Monkeys. 6k ahead, minute 14.
Good
It's
God,
pretty
that is
dominant.
a horrendous net worth lead. And it's on a PL. PL has the diffusal blade.
Radiant's
Yep,
bottom
he already
tower
has
is
the
under
fuse
attack.
already.
Yeah. See, this is the worst case situation with a PL.
Yeah.
You cannot let a PL get ahead like this.
He's getting
It's
his
just a
kills, he's getting his
combination.
farm, he's establishing his comfort zone.
Yeah, just a combination of really unfortunate factors.
Radiant's top tower
What a
is
shame.
under attack.
In the meantime, the Life Stealer getting the most he can from his own jungle. While Alfredo is already daring to do much more.
A real shame. With average Whopper Enjoy's lineup, the way they had to deal with PL was by being ahead of the PL. They had to have a farm Slardar, preferably a farm Slardar with a blink.
Careful there, March.
Not blink, with a blink shard at the very least. So they could blink on top of the PL, waste no time with ulting them, just get the slam down with some solid high-level Slitherine crush damage.
They're going again
They just
against the
don't have that.
Lifestealer. They're chasing
Running down
him
the
in his
Lifestealer.
own jungle. Match comes
Oh,
in, screams
they
at
missed the
him.
pop-out.
He manages to escape.
Lacey gets out because of it. Oh, he's running back in.
Familiars go. They retire from the
The
confrontation.
Franklin man giving the chase. I don't like this.
Ah, I do like it. I think they have him. The ice path comes down. They grab the slaughter.
Good rock, but PL's
But
here.
Dr. Krieger pays for it. JDubbleC trapped right there.
They should have just ran. They were out. I don't know why they went back in.
Smashing right and
Radiant's middle
left.
tower has
Everything
fallen.
he can find.
Radiant's bottom tower
I don't know why they
is
went
under
back in.
attack.
They left more than enough time for PL to arrive. They shouldn't have gone back in. They should have just left.
This is a free tier 2.
But yeah, they had to be ahead to deal with the PL. That was their
Radiant's
condition
bottom
being able to deal with
tower
them.
has fallen.
They had to be ahead. They had to prevent him from hitting critical mass. They had to have a starter with Blink, Blink Shard. They had to have Lifestealer getting inside the starter with Infest, jumping on the Lifestealer, bursting him to, heaven come.
Dire's top tower
Have a nice
is
high
under
level
attack.
outward Devourer with plenty of items. So Sandy's Eclipse does more than enough damage with that mana modifiers. They just don't have that, and I struggle to see how they deal with that. I think this would be just a 2-0 for Monkeys for Nothing.
It's shaping
10k
up to
lead
be
at
like
17
that.
minutes.
Exactly. This is possibly the time to rush.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Phantom Lance would like
Yeah.
to perfectly take on that.
Yeah, really unfortunate. If I were them, I might even be considering just calling it now.
Yeah.
I
I believe they
can,
want
I
to have
can,
another chance to get the Lifestealer on.
yeah,
Radiant's
I can respect them giving it a chance, but
These are all the tier 1s gone for the Radiant.
Radiant's top
Possibly
If you look at the
tier 2s
graphs-
following suit.
they give it Dota gives it a 96% win rate probability for Monkeys for Nothing. 96% at 17
Radiant's
minutes.
top tower
As
is
a
under
reminder
attack.
for everyone, Monkeys for Nothing game 1,
Double
and
damage.
they're possibly, very likely right now, about
Ooh.
to get
97% now.
making this the second series that they win. PL has his Manta ready. Match goes in.
Sending them down.
Dr. Krieger
Radiant's
gets
top
the
tower
kill,
has fallen.
and this is possibly a team wipe for Radiant.
I think we might see a GG here.
Monkeys asserting their dominance right now.
That's a team wipe. They're going for high ground.
The
Radiant's
13k
top
net
tower
off
is
lead.
under attack.
And
Radiant's
it's
top
Rex
tower
to
has fallen.
go together with it.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Starter just has a naked blink.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Everyone else has fallen behind to
Radiant's
about
top
where the
barracks
Slardar
has
is.
fallen.
Yeah, it was a Phantom Lance in the last pick.
Dire's courier
Honestly,
has been killed.
I kind of think they should have seen it coming and banned the PL because
Radiant's middle tower
They banned
is under
Earthshaker.
attack.
like that's a very choreographed move to ban the Earthshaker. When you see an enemy team ban Earthshaker, you have to consider why they're doing that.
Our very own team player, Sethways in chat, clarifying something. The courier is being used to scout. Alfredo is using his own courier.
I think next level, definitely not accidental.
Yeah.
Very high plays, definitely not an accident. Oh, he's getting run down again. Dodges the Stardust stun. Rock pretty much wasted.
Nutkin goes in, throws the ice path.
If they
Nothing
can,
else to be done.
no, they just dodge.
Under attack.
Drop the rock, OD. Drop the.
Yeah, the OP
Hammer.
tries to go,
No,
fails
damages him.
absolutely to target anything meaningful. Evan goes down. That
Just doesn't have
Lifestealer
the
has
damage.
been extremely lackluster past minute 10. Alfredo has a free tier
Dire's
G3
bottom
to
tower
pick
is under
on.
attack.
100% win probability on prayer. 100% win probability.
That's just atrocious. Yeah, it's very annoying.
Radiant's
PL has
middle
been
tower
always
has
annoying. We know that.
I hate to say it, they should just call it.
Radiant's middle
I
barracks are under attack.
can't talk in chat.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
I could go
Radiant's
for the
bottom
team
tower
right
is
now,
under
but
attack.
we thank
Yeah,
Mostaza
thank you.
for sure. Mostaza Hamburguesas en Serio, our sponsor. Is very glad with these results.
Radiant structures are
The
fortified.
drum for Bean. Not that he needs him at this point. This is almost mega creeps at minute 21. The moment that they manage to come back for the push, it's certainly going to be so. They take the outpost.
Phantom Lance has as much net worth as the next two cores put together.
Yeah,
Worthy
it's been
On Radiant.
extremely dominant for Alfredo. He farmed it's very uncontested. I can't talk in chat, Nutkin. I don't have the level in this account. Sorry, but the story
You cannot talk in chat at all.
No, I can't talk in chat because I never used this account to game. I used another account because this was my account, but my son used it, and I didn't want to mix the scores. So I put together a new account, and it's smurfing, but that account got nuked, and I came back to my Dr. Jonas account on Steam to use Dota. That's why I can't talk. I should actually just.
I see.
Just go to level
Radiant's
5
bottom barracks are under attack.
That seems messy.
Yeah. You could tell them he can hear you. But he can't talk. And the Megas come in. This is terribly dominant. I don't know why they don't concede this match. They could just type GG. They don't have to wait until minute 30. This is a ticketed game, guys. Please
Radiant's
go.
middle tower is under
There
attack.
you go. Yeah. Okay, that's true, Bird. Thank you. We are on top of the group thanks to this victory. And there you go.
Impressive.
Good
There's
game
the
for
GG.
everyone. This is a beautiful win for the Monkeys. 28-7 at 23 minutes with an extremely dominant performance by Alfredo and Bean.
Very, very unfortunate. The first game was a bit more even, but still fairly favoured on one side. This game was just a stump.
Yeah, it was.
And
stump,
really,
the graph shows it.
It all comes down to Evan just not having the regen to be able to have any impact on the first few waves, and fell so far behind there was no recovering.
Yeah, for sure. Bonjomon was way stronger. He really showed a good performance mid. He got his farm. He was ahead of the co-op in stages, but then the co-op did what she needed to do. Match went in for the ganks. She got the farm that she needed elsewhere and collaborated greatly with Bean's inroads to get those familiars, throw towers, participated in the team fights, but for sure Alfredo with his 11-1 is the breakthrough performance of the match.
Just played quite well. PL, honestly, I don't think he could have. I don't think he could have fucked this up. He kind of had it fat and handed him on this old matter, unfortunately.
To screw this up with the PL.
This
is completely uncontested.
This is a classic trap that low tier players fall into. When you come to lane without much regen, say with just a single set of tangos, no salve, especially in this new meta where you have to salve yourself pretty much, you cannot take too much damage before minute 1. You cannot take too much damage on a core without any regen before coming to lane. You just can't. Like, you can just see it here, just textbook. You just don't have the means to get your foot back in the game.
Both these
you just
games
don't have...
were by the numbers, really. It was tremendous. Okay.
Evan, I've been quite harsh on Evan this series. I did watch the games. If they are listening for feedback, I liked your performance in the last series a lot. This wasn't your series. That's just my advice would be, when you're playing these heroes and you're not going for the salve, be a lot more conservative before the runes. you need to just, you know, it's a mistake we've all made. Just it's just a game loser, sadly. The first wave is just so important.
Yeah.
And yeah, first game needed more mana regen. Those are smaller issues.
Yeah,
This
the
was
soul ring that you
this was a
mentioned would have
catastrophic.
that would have made that difference against the Vanguard, no doubt. That was
Yeah.
a mistake in itemization.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I tend to zero in on offlaners because that's why I can give the most sort of feedback. I suppose. Not too much to say about the rest of the team. Bonjomon played quite well in mid lane. Just unfortunately, a few slip ups. Tried to gank the PL when the PL can easily just dodge the meaty hammer. Was playing well up until that point, but sadly just ended up helping the PL just get even further.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
by minute 12 approximately.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Absolutely impossible to just catch up with the PL. It was a done deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Valiant performance though. The first game was
yeah, it was more enjoyable
a lot
as
more
well.
even.
It was again by the numbers, both were, but it was more even. Unfortunately, this one was a stomp.
It happens. We've all been there.
It happens.
Just try to just not let it hold them down and go into the next one with a different state of mind. Just catch up on what the mistakes were.
I believe they still have
Yeah.
chances. We'll see. Okay, Shar, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I hope that we can do something like this again.
I would be happy to anytime.
Well, much appreciated. Thank you, chat. It's been a great game to cast. Finally, a one series by the monkeys. This is exciting. We'll see you tomorrow.
Make sure you're following Jonas.
Oh yeah, follow me, please. Thank you so much. I don't do this shit because I'm not used to Twitch streaming. Thank you for reminding me. We're gonna be tomorrow, 2 p.m. British time, streaming our next game. Until then, I bid you good night.
Good night.